I just saved $914 a month by canceling QuickBooks and firing my outsourced bookkeeper for my 3 businesses. Today, I'm going to walk through exactly how I did that using some AI tools. I'm going to talk about the biggest risk when you're using AI for bookkeeping. And the best part of all is I'm going to give you access to this free open source set of skills for Claude Cowork and other agents that you can use to achieve the same result today. First of all, let's talk about why am I paying $914 a month for accounting? Well, I actually agree with you that that number is way too high. Okay, I have 3 businesses. Each business I'm paying at least $150 a month or more, depending on how big that business is, to do my bookkeeping. In addition to that, I, of course, have to have QuickBooks. Now, I can't stand QuickBooks. Every accountant and bookkeeper, it's like their comfort zone tool that they always feel comfortable with. But here's the thing. When you open QuickBooks, it looks like this. There's so many buttons here and it's so confusing. I literally have no idea what to do. And the worst part of it is that I'm always getting sold different things. Okay, look at this giant banner here trying to sell me something. Every day it's something different. So I wanted to get rid of all of that and actually create a system that I can trust. And the tool I've built is called Slashbooks. Okay, Slashbooks is a set of skills. You can get this for free on GitHub. And it allows you to replace your QuickBooks in an outsourced bookkeeper. It gives you faster, better, cheaper financials from an AI agent you control. It runs on Claude Cowork, Claude Code, Codex, OpenClaw, Hermes, whatever today's agent is, you can use it with this. And now, what does it do? First of all, it sets up the books for your company. You can give it CSV files with all your transactions, or you can actually pull in bank and credit card activity. This requires a third-party tool called BankSync, which is an amazing tool. It's like a few dollars a month, maybe $5 to $10 a month, in order to connect all your bank accounts and allow you to sync all of the data via an API. So once all that data is in, it's going to learn your business. It's going to be able to do an amazing job actually at categorizing all of the transactions that you have. And if there's any that it's not sure about, it'll just ask you. And then once a month, you just go back and you type in, I want to close the books, and it will close the books for your business. And then you can generate your financial statements or look at any of the details anytime you want. Now, at the end of the year or at the end of each reporting period, it'll generate this massive Excel sheet with 10 different tabs that will have all of your financials on it, from the top level reporting all the way down to an audit trail of each single transaction. It's totally legit. It's everything an accountant would need to feel confident in the numbers. Now, let's talk about the biggest mistake that people actually have when they use AI tools for any sort of bookkeeping. The thing is, AI models are not designed to calculate numbers. They're designed to predict the next word. And while they may do a decent job sometimes of calculating the numbers, you can't fully trust it just because of the nature of how these things work. So Slashbooks works around that by having this little backend that does all the math using computer code, using Python. And the result of that is that the AI model knows how to use this CLI tool in order to do all the calculations. It's going to be in double entry accounting style, so totally legit from an accounting perspective. Now, let's go ahead and get this thing set up. So I'm going to scroll down to the install. I really recommend Claude Cowork. You can use any tool you want to, but you're going to copy this URL, which is basically the skill marketplace file. And in Claude Cowork, you'll go to customize. Under personal plugins, you click the plus sign and do add marketplace, and just paste in this marketplace here and sync. And then after that, it's enabled. You might have to turn on the Slashbook skill also. I'm not sure about that. But now is the fun part. So what I'm going to do is just say, let's set up the books for a new test or demo company. Basically, what this is doing is loading the Slashbooks skills, and it's going to create this really cool onboarding form with all the information that it needs to collect in order to start doing your books. This onboarding form is finished, and it's asking you a few questions. I'll just say, sure, this business can be called Acme Tesco. And I've got 2 business types here. Look, you can add others if you want to, but these are just the 2 that I'm working with. I'm going to say this is a services or consulting business for now. Same thing with legal structures. These are very US centric. If you have other structures that might have different accounting, you can go ahead and give me that and I'll add it to the tool. But also you can type in the chat, hey, I'm this type of company, and Claude Cowork can, of course, figure it out. When should we start the books? I'm just going to pick January 1st of this year. Okay. And then it says any preference on the sample data, real looking bank feed, or should I fabricate? Let's do fabricate plausible transactions. Okay, and I'll just click continue. And Cowork cooked for about 5 minutes, setting up this demo company with a bunch of fake transactions so that I could actually look at the books for this business. So it's got transactions from January to June 2026, client payments, contractor and software expenses, and a whole lot of other stuff. Okay, it says net income through June was 39,200 on 52,000 in revenue. At this point, it's balanced the books and everything should be good. But if I want to just get a high level look at the numbers, I can just say, generate a chart showing my month over month P&L. The awesome thing about this is anytime you want to generate a report, you literally just ask and it will create a really great visual for you. So this is like software on the fly to show anything specific that you might need. And I'm looking at this and I'm like, why were my expenses so high in April? So I can literally just ask questions in my Cowork and it's going to be able to dive into all the numbers. And I can, if I want to see a little bit more itemized view, I can say, show me a table with all my April expenses. Now it'll give you the same info in table format, so you can see it all. Now, if you want to export all of this data, your P&L and your balance sheet, export my P&L and balance sheet for, let's say, Q2. Okay, and we'll just let Claude Cowork cook on that. Okay, so it made this amazing Excel document, which if I open this up, let's take a look at what it created. So this is like the cover sheet that is explaining, hey, it's got a P&L. Let me make this a bit bigger. It's got a P&L, balance sheet, trial balance. These are basically all of the reports that an accountant's going to need. Okay, these are like high level things. And then you also have like the full general ledger. So you can see every single transaction. If there's any adjustments, for example, if you tell Cowork to reclassify something, it's going to be in here. And then it's even got open questions and a summary of everything. It even checks all the numbers. Guys, this is like basically the full suite that you would need to be able to have confidence in your numbers, to be able to generate financials in like minutes for your business. If you're using QuickBooks, it'll actually give you the ability to upload your exports from QuickBooks so it can compare all the data and make sure it matches up perfectly before you switch over completely. This tool is available now. If you want to check it out, you just go to github.com/guild/books. So check it out. I really hope this helps you as much as it did for me and look forward to hearing your feedback.